Another review. Jesus, I know. This one is of the 4575, and this review is probably going to be a little bit more informative, as the last review I did was of, I kind of say it was a 45XX throughout the whole thing, and I did get corrected a couple of times about that. And the only difference between it is that the tank's slanted down, and I think it holds a little bit more water. That's about it, really. Anyway, so the Great Western Railway 4575 class. Oh, for God's sake, Facebook! I do about like 3 reviews, and you don't pling, and there you pling. Jesus Christ. Anyway, there's not really a lot I can find about this. It was designed by Charles Collett. Most of them were made at Swindon Works. They were built between 1927 and 1929. 100 were made. It was a 262 tank configuration. There are no fewer than 11 in preservation that have survived. And then it goes on to tell you about the ones that have survived. And that's about it. So like I said, the only difference between this and a 45XX is the tanks are slightly different. Now on to the model that I have, which is 5550. Its Great Western number was 5550 because they didn't change. It was designed by Collett. It was built on the 31st of January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. I believe that's October 1928, so this was one of the later ones to be built. It was built at Swindon Works. Its first shed was 86A Newport. It's EBBW Junction. Its last shed was 87H Nayland. And it was withdrawn on, I believe that's the 30th of September 1962. Disposal details is R.S. Hayes, Birds, Tremaines Yard, Bridgend. It was cut up and it was disposed on the 31st of October 1963. So it was disposed for about 50 odd years after it was built, on the same day it was built. That's just mean, that is. Anyway, a 4575 by Bachmann, probably my favourite tank engine that I own on the railway. Not my favourite tank engine, but my favourite tank engine model, as it has so much detail and it's such a smooth runner, and it's an overall just an amazing model. And I got it for a good price too. I think I got it for about £38. Anyway, so which one is this based at? 87H, so this is based at its last shed. And just looking at that, it's so crisp, the shed code, considering how small it is and how crisp the numbers are there. So it has almost too many separately fitted items to just cover all. So lamp hooks, these things, I don't know what they really are, I think they're probably just aesthetic. The smoke box door lock, the handrails, the water tank caps. I don't know whether are these moulded on or are they separate. I think they're separate, these things that Great Western engines, well, a few of them seem to have. Whistle, ladders, steps at the front, these bits underneath, I think they're ejector pipes, I don't know, sanders, the handbrake in there, more lamp hooks at the back, vacuum pipe, the vacuum pipe at the front that goes into the buffer beam, a bit there that seems to connect the boiler together. Handrails again, handrails, more handrails. Anyway, so a lot of detail on this. So already straight away you can tell that I recommend this. So if you go along, oh, someone's even fitted brake rodding. I normally don't fit the brake rodding because it's underneath the locomotive and you're not going to see it. But if you look underneath, you can see that there are pickups on both the back and front wheel, which is good. It means there's more pickups, so it means it should run smoother and shouldn't jutter over points and such. The livery is really great. It's a really nice deep BR green, or Brunswick green I guess you could call it. The striping's perfect, and so's the British Railways emblem. This is a really well moulded locomotive. The linkage, Bachmann always seems to do quite chunky linkage compared to Hornby, but I think it looks alright on this locomotive. Looks really great. Lots of rivets. Ooh, cab detail that I've never actually really noticed before. The reverser there that you can just about see. There you go. And there's the reverser there, you can see just sticking out the cab. Now this, I'll link you to my other video, because this meant the yellow was depending on what line was it? I can't remember. I'll link you to the other video because there's a bit in there where I'll tell you all about what that means. So I'll link you to the other video. Lamp hooks separately fitted. Separately fitted vacuum pipe sprung buffers that I believe are metal this time, which Bachmann normally doesn't do. The coal load's not amazing, but it'll do. Lots of rivets again. And I mean, it's a really nice engine. I'm really glad I bought it. You have the normal Great Western safety valve dome. You even have a little place where you can put the equipment that they normally have on top of the bunker. They normally have on top of the tanks. Right. So that's really about as much as I can say. It's really visual, this locomotive. You can't really explain a lot of it. You can't go, oh yeah, this is, because of the amount that there is of detail on there. So now we're going to put it on the track and run it. What little battery I have left, I'm going to try and film the running of this. Right. For some reason the tension locks on these are a bit higher than the standard truck. So, oh, that was a bit fast. Oh, that's coupled up. Oh, no, it hasn't. There we go. Right, now it's all coupled up. And you're going to see the strength of this little engine. You have to admit, that is quite impressive for such a little tank engine that was only meant for branch line runs. Oh look, Class 20's popped up to sale now. It should be coming round in a minute, and then I'll get, you can see how smooth. Oh, it's stuck on something. What's it stuck on? Hang on. So you can have a look. Oh no, the battery's going to die as well. What's it stuck on? Ah, right. Okay, the back wheels come off. Once this is charged and I put this back on, then we'll do the running. an issue you have with them. They do tend to derail quite a bit on the back if you have tight curves. I found the source of the derailing. That truck that I had on the front was causing it to derail. I don't know how, but it just was. Great Western 4575. Would I recommend it? Yes, if you're a Great Western fan, you can't miss this locomotive, you have to get it. If you're not a Great Western person, it's still a very nice little tank engine to have. It's great for branch line duties and will look great pulling either freight or suburban coaches. So I would recommend the locomotive. Like I said, probably one of my favourite tank engines I have on the layout. If you'd like to know any more about the locomotive or the model, leave me a comment down below and I'll try and answer it. Or try and answer it, I should say. So my next review, and my last review, hopefully for the moment, will be of the Hornby Terrier tank. So until then, goodbye.